Welcome, and this is the Last Minute Report. My name is Cinnamon Chowder. Tonight we have a very special podcast. We have the Late Night Debate, sponsored by Google+. Tonight we have senior Democratic strategist Jordy Bindel, who has worked on election campaigns for several senior senators.
Thanks for having me, Cinnamon.
We also have Alex Blaies, a senior correspondent from the Cato Institute, a conservative think tank and a blogger.
Glad to be here, Cinnamon. You're looking quite lovely tonight.
Tonight, as part of our continuing coverage on the 2012 election, we are looking at the Massachusetts state election. Massachusetts, a predominantly Republican state in terms of governor elections as of lately, tends to lean more toward Democratic in presidential elections since 1988. There has been 16 years of Republican governors up until after Romney's term. Jordy, how do you think the candidate's health care plan will play out amongst voters in Massachusetts?
You know, I think Massachusetts generally support Obama on health care. 98% of Massachusetts residents have health care, and more people support the national health care legislation, that Obamacare, than oppose it, 40% as opposed to 27%. Comparing these results to national polling data, Massachusetts residents as a whole appear to favor Obamacare more than the nation as a whole.
Yeah, Romney, he's been blatantly opposed to Obamacare, but I believe what he's done in the past in Massachusetts, he can create both a legislation piece that compromises both sides, so everyone as a whole, benefits off of it. In Massachusetts, 77% of the Democrats are in favor of his legislation, which he passed and worked bipartisanly on. 40% Republicans and 60% independents also agree, and 74% of the population wants the law to continue. There might be some, changes here and there, but as a whole, he did a great job in Massachusetts on healthcare.
Alex, what do you think the candidates have done to better the education system?
Well, first off, Mitt Romney, he had some troubles whenever he first tried to enact a new budget. He proposed an $8 billion plan to help out the funding for schools and new building projects. That was knocked down to $1 billion. He also enacted a law: 25% of the top high school students in each school, they get to go tuition free to any public university or private campus. He also enacted a law that says that for skilled instructors, they can get a bonus up to $15,000 each year.
I think we need to talk about Obama's track record in education. I think Obama has a pretty strong track record. He's doubled the funding for Pell Grants, and he's established a college tax credit, which Romney plans to cut. He's capped federal student loan interest rates, and he's capped federal student. He's also successfully fought to prevent student loan rates from increasing. Romney's suggestion is to just shop around.
So the Massachusetts people are concerned with their job security. Jordy, how do you see the unemployment status of Massachusetts?
I think there's a lot of optimism in Massachusetts as far as the economy goes. The overall consumer confidence index has risen from 81 to 91, which is the highest number since before the recession started in 2008. And also, I think a lot of people more say that jobs are easier to get, and fewer people are saying jobs are hard to get.
You do have a point there. Let me just put out there that Romney successfully didn't raise the taxes, and he balanced the budget. He also cut down the deficit in Massachusetts by $1.5 billion in just 4 years. And although he was 47th in job creation, the past 2 years they've moved up to 26th, and I know the left side is going to disagree with me on that, but he did partake in that success.
So I have one final question. Who wins?
I think if you look at the polling numbers, they speak for themselves. Barack Obama's ahead by about 20 points in most of the polls you see. If you look at the Huffington Post model estimate, which is a conglomerate of 36 different polls, Obama's ahead 57% to 37%. If you look at several other polls, Boston Globe has them ahead 52 to 38, Massinc 56 to 36, Public Policy 57 to 39, Rasmussen 57 to 42.
Yeah, he does have a gap to make up, but the Republicans, we believe that he can do it. He's charismatic. He can get in front of the people and he can lead this country. Romney, he's going to do it.
You can have all the optimism, but at the end of the day, I think the gap's just a little bit too big for Romney to close.
Hey, he knows how to handle business. That's all I'm going to say.
Thanks for watching the late night debate, and special thanks to our guests, Jordy and Alex. See you guys at the next hangout on the Last Minute Report.